Hi, everybody, and welcome, and thank you so much for joining me on my Togetherness Tuesday. As those of you know who follow me, I come on every Tuesday at different times, but I come on every Tuesday and we talk about relationships topics. We answer any questions that you might have. So if you have some questions you'd like it answered live, go ahead and put it in the comments and we'll be sure and get that answered. And go ahead, please subscribe to the page, Sailing Happily Ever After, so you can get notifications whenever I'm going to be live. And I just recently started, of course, some of you know, doing some interviews, and I'm really excited today to have another fellow coach by the name of Lori Ann Davis with us today. And so I'm going to go ahead and ask Lori, so tell us what it is that you're passionate about. Why do you do what you do? I know why I'm a relationship coach, so why don't you share with us what you do and why you're passionate about it?
Sure, thanks. Well, my background is as a therapist. So for 20 plus years, I was a licensed mental health counselor working with families, couples, individuals, and I loved what I was doing. But when I moved to Charlotte, it was a new town. I was setting up a new practice. And I discovered coaching, and I absolutely fell in love with coaching. I was doing a lot of coaching as a counselor anyway, I discovered. Action oriented. It's getting people where they want to go. It's getting results for people and really helping them along that line. And that is what I am so passionate about. No idea. I still work with couples and I even still do some family coaching periodically. But my primary focus, mostly women, and that is something I sort of accidentally fell into. It found me. I didn't really set out to do that. Really quickly, I'll give you just a little bit of my background because I think it helps you to see why I do what I do. I had a 28-year marriage, and 25 of those were phenomenal. On the secrets to having such a fabulous relationship. In life, change is inevitable, and my husband and I after 28 years decided to go our separate ways. It was probably the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my life, but I went through it and decided that children that were still young, I wanted a wonderful, phenomenal relationship again. I wanted to be married again. After 28 years, how the heck do you know how to date, right? I had no clue. So I started learning all these things about dating, and they worked. I found my husband, and I was so happy. And all the people that were not happy, right? And a little light bulb went off in my head, and I went, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. And I really about helping other singles later in life, usually. Find sometimes the first love of their life, maybe the second love in my case, but really wanting to help those people not give up. And just because you've hit your 40s, your 50s, even your 60s with some of my clients, doesn't mean you can't have a phenomenal love in your life. So that's primarily with singles, helping them to find that.
Great. Wow, that sounds really good. And today you're going to be talking to us about the power of feminine energy, right?
Yes, my favorite topic.
Right.
And the reason,
go ahead. Yeah.
The reason we're talking about the power of feminine energy is because if we're out dating and if we're in relationships, right, as women, one of the things that's happened in our society is we have really lost touch with our feminine energy. We are out there doing, accomplishing, competing, right? Doing things. The whole work world, a lot of our society is about, well, what have you accomplished? What have you done? You know, we're being so productive, and that's wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that. But as women, most of us have at our core energy, our core level, feminine energy. And feminine energy is the opposite of that. Feminine energy is that softer side. It's just being. It's self-nurturing. It's taking care of ourselves. And women get out of balance with that. They don't spend enough time doing that. And so we need to do that for ourselves so that we have energy, so that we don't burn out, so that we're happy. But also if you're dating or you're in a relationship and you're spending time in that, world, in masculine energy, we say it's like two rams butting heads. It doesn't, masculine energy and masculine energy repels. Masculine and feminine energy blends beautifully. So if as women we've lost touch with that feminine energy, we're exhausted, we're burned out, we're stressed, and our relationships suck. And we're wondering why, So going back and that's important.
So how do we do that? If we found that we're out there in this masculine world and we're losing touch with that feminine side of ourselves, how do we get that back? What do we do?
Yeah, so let me give you just a few little tips today to kind of get you started. So the first one is, what are you doing today and every day to take care of you? Self-care and spending some time pampering yourself is feminine energy. So that's going to look different for everybody. For me, I love music. I love hot baths and candles. I love those softer kinds of things, lotions that smell good. For me, flowers, I see you've got flowers in the background back there. Sitting out in the garden, all of that works for me, but it's going to be different for you. So finding things that nurture you, that take care of you, that fill you, and making that a priority in your life is a perfect way to get in touch with your feminine energy.
Great. Oh, yeah, that sounds wonderful. So viewers, when you hear this, I'd love for you to send me some comments and tell me what you do to take care of yourself on a day-to-day basis. What sounds good to you? So I'd love to hear some comments and feedback on that. That would be great. So Lori, what else?
The other thing that women do a lot, and it's really masculine energy, and I think we see it as nurturing and taking care of. When I first learned this, it was a life changer for me, and that is advice giving. Advice giving is masculine energy. And I thought when I was giving advice and trying to help people, right, that was coming from a nurturing place. So maybe the intention is coming from a nurturing place. The actual act of advice giving is really masculine energy. So one day, try to just not give advice. Try to let other people find their own answers. Listen, be supportive, be that soft place to land, comfort them if you need to maybe, but let them work things out themselves and just be there with them. That's feminine energy.
Yeah, for some people, that's really hard to do because you're in that mode of always wanting to give advice. So it's, I think that's great advice. You just sit back and be supportive, be there for them, but you don't have to give advice on what they should do.
No, because it's sort of taking the control away. It is a control. And for some people, men especially, as women, when we're giving advice and we mean so well and it's coming from our heart, they can see that as controlling. Right. And then wonder why they're not responding well to all this love that we're trying to give them. And we don't understand that if really we would just be there for them and listen and maybe physically be there. So be there to snuggle, to hug, to kiss, to even have sex, right? Would be a much better way of being that feminine energy for them that they need at the time, as opposed to trying to give them the answers. Letting them figure that out themselves, giving them that connection with us, that emotional connection and that physical connection, which is one way that they feel emotionally connected to us, is through physical connection. So sort of being there physically for them would be much better off than the advice.
Yeah, that's I won't say that's great advice, but it is. I mean, yeah. it's really important to remember, because I know that, women have become so much stronger, that, and I have so many clients that are women that, that's one of the things that they struggle with. They're this really strong person and they want to show up in the relationship that way. And so they start giving their partner advice, and they start, telling them what they think they should do. And they don't realize that they're really just causing this void in the relationship.
And that really, it's not good for them either. We need time in that feminine energy to rejuvenate. It gives us energy. I hear so many people say at the end of the day, well, I'm too tired for my partner. Well, if you would tap into that feminine energy, you would actually find energy to be with your partner. You're too tired to be in masculine energy, but to just be, to sit next to your partner, to snuggle with them, to cuddle with them, to just be in that feminine energy is really what they're looking for. It doesn't take a lot of energy. And what happens is, after a little bit of time, you feel rejuvenated and you have more energy than you thought you did to maybe spend more quality time with your partner. So it's good for us, and women, it's a different way of looking at it. And when you get it, I see clients kind of at first they're a little foggy about it. Yeah. And once they get it, their eyes light up and they go, oh, I get it now. Then they start to practice and they go, yeah, this works. And I'm like, it does.
And it's easier.
It is easier. It's so much easier. You're doing less, but you're doing the right things for your relationship. So you're getting more and doing less. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that is. That's great. Great. So anything else?
One more. And you have to remember that happiness is a choice. So what are you doing today to make yourself happy? To really nurture yourself, to bring happiness to you. That could be a shift in your mindset, that self-care we were talking about. There's lots of different things, but calming down, relaxing, being standing. What do I need to do of me to be in charge of my happiness? Will kind of help you to be in that feminine energy.
Wow. That gives you a lot to think about.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this has been great, because I think that this is a really important topic. When I first heard your topic, I wasn't quite sure where you were going to go with it. And I can see now how important this is, because like I said, I have clients all the time that have completely lost that feminine energy, and it makes such a difference in their relationships. So thank you so much for sharing this, because I do think that it's very pertinent to what we're seeing today and very, very important. So thank you so much for that. And also, Lori, I wanted to do a little plug for you, because I know that you're involved in a brand new project. And actually, well, it's not new to you because you've been working on it for a long time, but it might be new to a lot of other people. They haven't seen it yet. And this is a new TV show that you've been working on, correct? Good for you.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
It's all finished, and we're just waiting to see where it's going to land. So we should know soon. So it's radical dating, and I was one of 5 coaches that coached 5 clients. It is unscripted, actually real TV. So it's not reality TV that's drama based. It was really picking 5 clients that happened to be over 40 and helping them to break through the barriers that they had put up, to be brave, to get out there, to find lasting love. And so you can follow it on Facebook. If you type in Radical Dating, the page comes up and you can find it, and you can follow us. If you go on YouTube, we've got some trailers. And yes, please follow us. The show's going to be amazing. Hopefully soon we'll know where it's going to land.
Yeah. That's what I'm anxious to find out. I'm anxious to find out where we're going to be able to see it. I can't wait.
I actually got to see the first episode.
Oh, did you?
I did recently. And I have to tell you, Betsy Chaussee is the producer. She did an amazing job of really drawing you in and, getting you excited about these clients. And so it's going to be a fabulous show. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. And also, I don't know if you were going to mention it or if I was going to mention it, but I have a free gift.
Yes.
For everybody who has watched it as well. So you've got the link to it.
I do. I'm going to post it right now so that we can.
Great.
Well, my little thing that I usually, that's because hold on a minute. The place where I usually copy paste just kind of disappeared. So tell us a little bit more about why you think that this TV show dating is so important for us to see.
Yes, we need to watch Radical Dating because it's actually coaches, really through starting off in a place of being completely lost about how to date, how to find somebody, being frustrated about it, to really taking them to a completely different space. And we're going to show you how they got there so that watching them is going to resonate with you and help you to understand some of the things you might be able to do. If you're dating and you're frustrated, you're not any different than anybody else. So we picked 5 different people that we really thought gave you a good variety of clients. And they're now out there dating. I mean, I think some of them have found somebody. Some of them are still dating. I'm personally still working with my client and helping her through the dating process. So it's just nothing like this has ever been done before.
Yeah.
Where we really take clients, real coaches, nothing was scripted, and with an award-winning producer, produce something real that the whole goal is to help everybody.
Yeah, I think it's so wonderful, and I'm really hoping that it'll open up the world so that of people's eyes, I guess, open up people's eyes to what relationship coaching really is, and especially in the dating aspect of helping everyone to, really be the best dater that they can be and actually out there to find the love of their life. And that's what we do as relationship coaches when we work with singles. So I'm really excited that this is going to show the world kind of what we do. So that's one of the reasons I'm so excited. Yeah. Okay. So I have your link here. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up. And why don't you tell us what your gift is? And this is where you will find it. And
sign up to get it. It is an MP3 file. It's 50 minutes, an hour, something like that, of me talking about the differences between men and women and how to understand those to have a better relationship. And I'm doing it with a partner. I'm doing it with a gentleman that we had a radio show together. We did. He was wonderful. So we play off of each other with that masculine, feminine energy really well. And so you get to keep it. You get to listen to it as many times as you want and enjoy it. And hopefully you'll get some tips about how to have better relationships and understand the differences between men and women and how to appreciate those and use those in your relationship. So that's my gift.
Yay. Thank you so very much. I put the link up here, but I also put it in the comments. So if you weren't watching live or you didn't get this written down, it's in the comments. You should just be able to go right to the link. So Lori, thank you so much for joining me today. I think it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Yes. And so thank you everyone else for following us and watching today. And please, again, like I said, subscribe to the page Sailing Happily Ever After to make sure that you get notified whenever we have these live videos. I'm going to be doing some more on my own. I'm going to be doing some more interviews, and I really look forward to your feedback, your comments, your questions. Anything that you have, please reach out to me. Reach out to Lori and get her free gift, and we will see you next time. So until next Tuesday, keep keeping it together. Bye-bye. Bye, Lori.
Bye.